My name is Matt Johnson with Sounders FC, and welcome to PACCAR Pavilion here at Olympic Sculpture Park. Today, we are lucky enough to see the future, a combining of three great organizations and a start of something fresh and new. Sounders FC have had the same jersey partner for all 10 years in Major League Soccer, and the partnership has been outstanding. But as we move into our second decade in MLS, we had the opportunity to seek out a new name on the front of our jersey, and today we start that new chapter. Would you please direct yourselves to the video board?
The benchmark of soccer in the U.S., not only from the first year, but for many, many years to come.
Montero kills it! Goodness me, what a goal! Well played, Freddie Montero.
And the Seattle Sounders are the champions of the 2011 US Open Cup. They've won 3 in a row. Here comes Zakawani, bursting into the area. Zakawani runs a keeper and scores. A brilliant individual goal.
Dempsey and ball flow over Femi Martins. Goal!
It is in the back of the net. Who else? Nicholas Ladero
fires it in front. Martins was there and turned in. Now the cross out to Nord. What a save by Fry!
Roldan rolls in the back of the net. Christian Roldan. Sends his crowd into mayhem.
Welcome Zulily to the Sounders family, starting with Jordan Morris. Chad Marshall. And V. Roman Torres. Obviously all wearing the rave green embellished with the new Zulily logo. Fits pretty well, Jordan. It looks good. Hi, Chad. You excited for a week and a half from now? Absolutely. Hi, Roman. Oh, hi, Roman. Looking fit, looking fit. It's an honor to introduce Zulily Senior Vice President of Marketing, Kevin Saliba, and Sounders owner, Adrian Hanauer. Adrian.
Thanks, Matt. Sorry, Jordy. So welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's looking like soccer weather. Looking forward to a really, really good season. Obviously, groundbreaking announcement today. I just wanted to start with a few quick comments. I'll be back to go into a little more depth. I wanted to thank Microsoft and Xbox for their partnership over the first 10 years of our existence. Fantastic partnership. Couldn't be here without them. I'm gonna sort of shift to a somewhat somber note. Tomorrow, a bunch of us are heading down to Ziggy Schmid's funeral. Moments like this were what Ziggy lived for. He was so proud of what had developed in professional soccer in Seattle, in this country. He is sorely missed, but I knew Ziggy well. What the first 10 years brought, he'd be super excited today about what the next 10 years will look like. Partnerships like this, days like today, the future, a World Cup coming to this country. So we are so excited about today's announcement with Ziggy in our hearts and our minds. So again, more to come on the process and how we got here and the relationship with Zulily. But for the moment, I'd like to introduce the Chief Marketing Officer of Zulily, Kevin Saliba.
Okay. So thank you, Adrian, and thank you everyone from Sounders FC for helping host this today. We're really excited to be here with all of you. We have the Zulily family over here, so thank you guys for coming, and then all of the Seattle fans. Zulily started in Seattle around 9 years ago. We're actually going to celebrate our 9th birthday next week. Our roots are right here in Pioneer Square, and we started as a small online retailer focused on product for moms with babies and kids. Since then, we've grown to become a $2 billion retailer where we now serve men and women, and we have over 6 million customers across the country. We're doing this partnership because we believe in the Seattle community. We want to invest back into Seattle. We're excited to be more top of mind and build brand awareness across the country and to be more at the forefront in the community. On that note, we also have a second announcement today that I'm really excited to share with you. Zulily is also going to be partnering with the Seattle Reign FC. And so, thank you. And so I'd like to call out,
That's Bev Yanez. Thanks, Bev. Want to make a rundown? For what? Go ahead, Kevin.
yes, no, we're really excited to be partnering with both the men's and the women's soccer here in the community. This is an exciting day for Zulily. We're really looking to take our brand to the next level, and we're going to call up Bill Predmore from the Seattle FC to talk a little bit more about that, and we'll share some more details around how we got here in a moment.
Bill, please join us. Bill Predmore, owner and president of Seattle Reign. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out for this. First, want to thank Kevin, all the employees at Zulily. As I said, they've built an incredible brand over the last almost decade now that I think this whole community can be proud of. I think about the relationship, the partnership here. Know it's going to be, will do great things for us. Hopeful through our collaboration, it's going to bring Zulily the recognition and respect that I think they've earned over the last decade. And I also wanted to talk a minute, maybe the deeper meaning of our partnership here. And over the last now 6 years, my wife Tracy and I have owned Reign FC, and I think we've seen and experienced firsthand some of the structural challenges that exist that make it very difficult to achieve economic sustainability for women's soccer, but really women's professional athletics as a whole. And I think it takes really a bold, visionary leadership and organization to just recognize that those issues exist, not just in sports, but in society, and to actually do something about it, right? To make an investment to help shape change. And again, we're super appreciative, super proud, and excited to see what we can do together over the next year. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Great.
So I'll follow up with a few more remarks. So first, again, a giant thank you to Jeff, Lori, Luke, who I'm not sure is here, Kevin, Adam, a whole host of people at Zulily who had the vision, the foresight, the collaboration, aggressiveness to work with us to get this partnership to fruition. At Sounders, our vision is to create moments, enrich lives, and unify through soccer. We have some brand attributes around collaboration, ambition, and innovation. We have some strategic goals that are to win MLS Cups, fill the stadium, continue to focus on democracy in sport, including our fans in the process of our evolution, to lead, serve, and invest in the community, and to run a sustainable and responsible business. And when we first got together with Zulily, the vision and the philosophies overlapped and were so in sync that it was quickly a no-brainer. It's easy to write a check and put your logo on something. It's much harder to form a partnership and collaboration, iterate, ideate, come up with the really interesting ways in which a partnership like this will work effectively. And again, from day one, it was clear that through the two organizations, we were going to come up with a lot of great ways to make our community better, to help Sounders win, to be an important part of the Zulily ecosystem, and then finally to bring the Reign into the fold. The commitment to our academy program, which wasn't mentioned before, this sort of all-encompassing embrace of soccer in our community was just a massive statement. Look, resources win championships in sports, and so that is not a small, any small piece to this puzzle. But ultimately, we wanted a partner whose vision dovetailed with the vision of Sounders FC. For that, we're very grateful. We're looking forward to a fantastic long-term partnership, winning many championships together, and welcome to the Sounders family.
Thank you. So I'll just add to that, this process for Zulily started maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and our executive team, Lori, Luke, Jeff, all had the chance to meet with both organizations, and it did really become clear that there are a real sense of shared values. So as Adrian mentioned, collaboration, innovation, and ambition, those are values that we hold true to Zulily. Zulily has over 3,500 employees, over 1,000 in Seattle, and so for us, this is a big commitment to build our brand locally. We want to be a proud place to work. Obviously, we want to associate our company with winning teams like the Reign and the Sounders, and then we also want prospective candidates to think about Zulily first when maybe they're thinking about their next job. And so for us, this is a really exciting partnership. It's a big investment in the community, and it's something I couldn't be more proud of. The kits you saw today, that's a new logo that Zulily is going to be launching in the next several weeks. We're going to be launching a whole new brand, so you can stay tuned to see more information on that. And then we have a number of new initiatives and ideas on how this partnership together is going to work to benefit the community. One we're kicking off actually in 3 hours today. Zulily has been a longtime partner of the Bentown Foundation, so part of Seattle Children's, helping children fight cancer. And the Sounders and Zulily are going to be writing a check for $26,000 later today to kind of help those efforts. So I'm really excited to share that. Again, we're really excited to be part of the Sounders and Reign family. We're excited for them to join the Zulily family, and we couldn't be happier to share this news with you guys today. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. At this time, we'll turn it over to our media colleagues in the room here today. And if you're in the back, please feel free to come forward if you have questions for our panel. A few news and notes at the end. We will have a photo opportunity. We'll bring the players back out for both ENGs and still photographers. But for now, we'll turn it over to members of the media who would like to ask questions. If you have one, Kelly and Brian from our staff will be running mics around. So if you could, just raise your hand. And then if you also could introduce yourselves to the panel for those that may not know everybody on the Sounders beat. Questions at this time? See anybody in the front there? Yeah, Harvey. Please do, yeah, it's coming around.
Andrew Harvey, Pro Soccer USA. Adrian, are you able to tell us the terms of the deal? How many years does it run for? Is it, an increase in terms of what you guys were making on the Xbox deal? Anything you can tell us about the business side of this?
Yeah, so clearly we're not going to divulge a ton of detail. It's a long-term partnership. I will say it's, the resources are more resources than we were previously generating. Our league is, on fire and growing, and there's a lot of tailwinds. So, that was certainly a piece to the puzzle. We were also able to split off some assets, make some other things available to sell down the line, which adds to the overall resources, which again, hopefully allows us to go, make sure we're spending appropriately to win championships, which is, Zulily wants to be part of a winner.
Go to Maz here in the front.
I'm Maz Vidamar, Era Cascadia Sports. Kevin, the Seattle Reign and obviously the Sounders, really diversity in communities of color, something that's true to their core mission statement and what they do. What are some, I know you talked about Children's Hospital. The question is, what are some of those things that your company is looking forward to do, or what's on the table?
So just to repeat the question, was it, what are we doing around diversity?
I'm sorry, I'll be more specific. What is it that Zulu is doing consistent with the Sounders to go into communities of color? Oh,
I see. I think we're approaching the partnership with an open mind and ideas on how we can do a number of different things in there. The Bentown example that I gave today is just one idea. We are going to be opening up another example. We want to work together, and we're going to have like a hack day for all the engineers from all the different communities to come together to take the Sounders, I guess it's called the biometric data that they produce, and have people collaborate and come up with new ideas. And that can be across all communities. So we're trying to come up with a number of different ideas on how we can work together. And we have a long list, and you will see those being rolled out over the next several months.
I'll just compliment it by saying, it's day one. A lot of work to get to this day. But Rave Foundation was a for sure part of the conversation, and over time, I think we kind of want to connect arms and amplify the efforts of each respective organization to have more and more impact in communities. As you know, Rave is very much in underserved communities.
Go to Jackson here, and then Felipe in the back.
Jackson Phelps, Sports Radio 950 KJR. For Kevin, you talked about the rebrand and the redesign of the logo. Was that something that Zulily was already planning on doing, or something that doing in coordination with being the Sounders now jersey sponsor? And then to Adrian, for the Zulily logo, are we going to see that any other places other than the jersey, in the stadium, signage, that kind of stuff?
Yeah. So we've had the same brand and the same logo for the entire 9 years of our existence, and our company has really evolved and grown since then. So this is something we were naturally going to be doing regardless. As I said earlier, we started as a moms and kids business. We're much more focused now on women or men with or without kids. And so it was a natural time for us to be rebranding, and this happened to just coincide, so we thought we would announce the new logo today.
And for sure, look, these types of deals are pretty comprehensive, and pages and pages of integrations and activations, but we for sure take the lead on design elements from the partner, and will brand however they feel is appropriate for the particular element.
Go to Felipe in the back, and then Michelle Mendoza.
It's Felipe from El Rey 1360. This is for Kevin. Why to choose a soccer team, and also what is your interaction with the soccer? Do you guys play soccer, or your family, or?
It's a great question. I personally don't play soccer, but I have 2 young daughters who play soccer, and we attend Reign games and Sounders games. I think for us, I think there was a unique opportunity in the local Seattle market where, you know, the partnership was opening up, and so we saw it as a unique time to pursue the branding opportunity. As Zulily has grown, we haven't had much of a branding impact in the community, and as we got to know the Sounders organization and the Reign organization together, we just thought it was such a natural fit. I feel like they're scrappy startups, we're a scrappy, we still think of ourselves as a startup, and so I think it was really a natural fit for the company, and the timing couldn't have been better.
Michelle?
Michelle Mendoza, Salem Broadcasting, live from Seattle Sports Timeout. As a partnership, sponsorship partnership, what do you think is the most exciting thing for the general public? What can they get excited about?
Yeah, look, that was a big piece of the conversation, and I'm probably not going to go into the list today, but for sure, this is a giant work in progress. We will engage our Alliance Council, our fans, to also, get their input. One of the things we've talked a lot about is, one of Zulily's taglines is something special every day. We like to live that as well with the Sounders. You could easily see something evolve for the Sounders into something special every match or every game, and so we're working on the content that will make this a fantastic partnership for our fans. I don't know whether we have one specific element. Is that in the press release? Have we mentioned that? Are we?
Regarding jerseys?
Yes.
Yeah, you can mention it.
Yeah. So, again, sorry. One small piece is that we are going to something special every day. We're going to give away a jersey to a season ticket holder every day for the next 250 days, the length of the season. There will be lots more things like that where we find ways to make this a good partnership for our fans beyond winning soccer games.
We'll go to Jeremiah next, and then I think I saw a hand from Ari. Jeremiah?
Jeremiah O'Shan, Sounder at Heart, Ride of the Valkyries, for Bill Predmore. When did you guys get involved in this decision, and what does this ultimately mean for the Reign and their long-term viability?
Yeah, I should have said up front, really, a thank you to Adrian, and that the genesis of the conversations with Zulily started with conversations with Adrian, that he'd reached out, said they were having conversations with a secret company. Would we have interest? I said, sure, let's have a talk. So as these things go, one thing led to another. So it was really, for us, pretty serendipitous. The conversations, when we started them directly with Zulily, it became, clear very, very quickly that there was a sort of value and vision alignment. So the deal went together more quickly and easily than, maybe any other that we've done in the past. So, I think for us, what this means for the long term is, our continued existence and, success, hopefully. So, we need companies in this market to step up and support us, right? It's tough, right? There are a lot of great sports teams out there that get a lot of attention, and I think it's actually through partnerships like this where we can raise our visibility and hopefully raise the visibility for our partner as well.
Sorry, I'm gonna overtake the mic here. Michelle, I want to, back to your question, one thing I have to give props to Christine O'Donnell, the event we're doing today with Zulily at Bentown. She's been raising money for cancer care, for eradicating cancer for several years. Her daughter had cancer. She's been working with Zach Scott. Steph Fry is involved, some of our other players. So they raised this pile of $26,000. We're matching it. And again, that is, we may not give away $26,000 every day, but it's going to be, those types of things where we can engage in existing partnerships and again, amplify between us. I also want to just, continue on and riff on Bill's answer. For sure, I was happy to try to connect the dots on this partnership. And it's something I feel really strongly about. Again, challenge our partners, our media, fans to support the Reign and help grow women's sports, women's soccer in our region. It's really, really important. My friends with daughters, I have a son, but the friends with daughters, there aren't that many great things to strive for in terms of team sports, and it's a massively important part of our culture and our community. So very proud to be partnering and part of this organization.
Go up here to Michelle.
Promise I know how to use a microphone. Michelle Ledka, Q13 News. This question is for you, Adrian. Following up on that, can we expect any more partnerships between the Sounders and the Reign moving forward? Any additional events or opportunities?
I think the answer is yes. As my good friend Todd Lewicki likes to say, one miracle at a time. But I personally, my family, my contacts, the relationship between the Sounders, I think it would not be shocking if coming down the line there were more, integrations between the organizations and some of our partners.
Throw it back to the gallery here. Any closing questions or follow-ups for anybody here? Any closing remarks from our panelists?
Yeah, I'd just like to reiterate how excited we are to be partnering with both the Reign and the Sounders, and give our commitment that there'll be a lot more to come over the next several months as this partnership starts to flourish. So thank you all for coming.